Hello and welcome in complete anti-climax of a final. India demolishes Sri Lanka and wins the Asia Cup. 50 for no loss, rather 51. And it's what, 6 p.m. in the afternoon in India, and already the match is over. Two of my guests, Joyinda predicts well, but he said 160 instead of 50 today. None of us anticipated this. Atreyu said India favourites, but we were all about to order our afternoon tea. Nobody had imagined this. Joyinda, you go first. None of us anticipated this.
No, we didn't. And on days like this, nothing goes right for the team. We have been 54 all out to this Sri Lankan team, so we know what it feels like. It was kind of payback time. But what baffles me even more is why would you want to bat first when you know there's a bit of a rain threat, so there are clouds in the air. Sometimes when it's cloudy, you also keep the covers on for longer in the pitch than you do on a day when the sun is baking, when the covers are taken 4 hours, 5 hours before the game, when there's no moisture on the pitch at all. There's so much of moisture with Bumrah back, with Siraj. Why would you want to bat first with a rain threat? Why would you not want to bat second and control the game? That is baffling. But having said that, that's not the reason they're 50 all out. They're 50 all out because they had a really bad day in office. And Indian bowling, I know Siraj got most of the pie, but as a group, they were superb.
Okay, and before I go to Atreyu, our reporters are everywhere. You will soon get visuals from the fan zone in Sri Lanka. You will get visuals from outside the ground at the Premadasa. You will get pieces from our team in Sri Lanka. So keep following as I go to Atreyu. Atreyu, first thoughts. This was quite a stunning final.
Yeah, nobody expected this to get over so soon. I mean, we were all preparing for something longer. Having said that, I think I agree with Jolly that it was quite surprising to see Sri Lanka elect to bat under conditions which were not, which looked like it would favor the fast bowlers. But I think Sri Lanka were too fixated with the notion of batting first over there, because we saw in the last few Super 4 matches in Colombo, the team batting first had won. Probably Sri Lanka went by that. They had that in their mind, I thought.
Sometimes we take too much into these stats because, back in the day when there wasn't so much of stats, it's all about what you felt that day. And I think today was a clear day. And I said this when India played Pakistan. And India won the toss and elected to field first. And they were 72 bat first, and then they were 72 for 4. And ultimately, there were two players who barely hurt, KL and Nishan Kishan. But if you were 190 all out, I would have said the same that day. And that match also wasn't over. India didn't win that game. That was, rained off. So, what we've learned in cricket is respect the conditions, play to the conditions, and then back your skill set. But today, I think the bowling was way too good for the Sri Lanka batting. A really good batting unit would have probably been, maybe 30 for 3 or 34 or 50 for 4. But once you're, 30 for 6 or whatever, you're looking down the barrel.
Okay, so there you go. 129 balls is what the match lasted. Second shortest completed ODI. Yes, second shortest completed ODI between two full member nations. Only Sri Lanka, Zimbabwe in 2001. 120 balls. So plenty of such stats will keep coming your way. Plenty of celebrations to happen. We will decode this final. We will have plenty of fan visuals coming. Is our producer ready with it? Can we have some of the fan visuals, please? There you go. You see the fan zone from Colombo on your screen from Sri Lanka. That's how the fan zone looks in Colombo as we speak and celebrate the Indian win. Shubhan Chakraborty, Devashish Sen and Bharat Ramraj reporting from what has been a complete anticlimax. Let's go to Siraj. Let's try and decode Mohammad Siraj. We played out a Sachin Tendulkar bite. We will play you that bite once again, but let's first go to Atreyu. Atreyu, decode the Mohammad Siraj spell before I go to Joyinda.
See, the first thing that strikes me about Siraj is his attitude. I mean, the way he goes at the batsman. I mean, he's aggressive is one word, it's one way of putting it. But he's going at the batsman, he's coming at you all the time. I mean, he's relentless. Of course, he has the skills, he has the fitness, he has the intelligence to make those things count, to make the conditions count. But what strikes me about Siraj is his mentality. I mean, after a long time, I see somebody in the Indian team, with a fast bowler, who behaves like a fast bowler on the field. He's always a fast bowler. He's always active. I think that's one of the things which stands out for Siraj.
Along with that, I completely agree with Atreyu. Along with that, a very, very high level skill set. I was in Bangalore 10 days back, and Mohammad Shami and Mohammad Siraj where at the NCA and they were going to the Yorkers, he was nailing 14, 15 of them out of 18, 20. That's a superb number to have as a death poll. That's what they were working at that particular time. So, he's quick, he's tall, he gets bounce, he's very fit and strong, he's relentless, and he's got a lot of ability with the ball. He can take the ball out, he can bring the ball back in. He has a mean bouncer. The taller you are, the bouncer that doesn't have to be that short. You can actually get it off a much closer length. So, and he's very accurate with his bounces. Some bowlers put their bounces outside or some outside, except he's always asking the right questions. And today, it was mighty tough. I know it looked like they were really struggling with the bat, but that was the quality of the bowling. Today, Siraj was so good that he was better than Bumrah today. And even as good as Bumrah is, he will doff his hat to Siraj and say, today, buddy, you were better than me, and that's what team is all about. Skill set, you cannot control. You cannot say, I'll be better than somebody. It just happens for you. Today was Siraj's afternoon.
These two people have used the word relentless, they've used the words that he keeps coming, and exactly the same words that the God of cricket master blaster Sachin Tendulkar used for Mohammad Siraj. Take a listen as to what Sachin said before we come back with more fan visuals from Colombo. As you can see on your screen on the right hand side, all our reporters right out there celebrating the Indian win. Here's Sachin Tendulkar and Mohammad Siraj. Okay, we'll come to that. We'll come to that as our producer gets that ready. But what an incredible afternoon, evening it has been. We will set it up, we will decode this victory, but we will also ask the question, how much is this going to be impacting the World Cup? Take a look at Mohammad Siraj, what Sachin Tendulkar said on Mohammad Siraj. Here you go. Sachin, you mentioned Siraj. What has impressed you about Siraj?
Spring in his legs, and that is what I like to see. His run up, you can see he's full of energy, and he's one of those bowlers. When you look at him, you cannot figure out whether it's the first over of the day or it's the last over of the day. Because he's coming at you all the time, and that is what I like. He's a proper fast bowler, and his body language, he's positive. That is what I like. He is a fast learner.
Shubham Chakraborty live from Colombo, from the fan zone. We can see the celebrations behind you. Take it on. What's going on? Tell us.
It's incredible. Fans are right now watching the post-match presentation. I show you. Just behind me is the big screen, and fans are lined up here to watch the post-match presentation. And you can see. I mean, there must have been at least 20,000 people here watching the screening here, and it's incredible. See the way India fought today, the way India played today. So it's amazing. It's amazing how they executed their game plan today.
Yeah, Shubham, we can see lots of fans behind you. How are they reacting? Complete anti-climax. We can see the fans on the giant screen. We are playing some of the visuals which you already sent us. People look bewildered, stunned. Nobody expected this kind of a final. Tell us.
I mean, most of them are Sri Lankan, so naturally they are upset. But I got a hold of a few Indian fans, and they were chanting Jai Shri Ram, Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata Ki Jai, all sorts of chants for the Indian team, and it's incredible. It's incredible what this team has achieved. I don't think you guys have covered cricket way more than me, and this sort of final is just an aberration. It is unbelievable what this Indian team did. And now the crowd is slowly dispersing towards their respective homes, but it is still packed. It is still packed. I can sense if I have to take a guess.
Okay.
Then around 8 to 10,000 people are still here, mostly Sri Lankans, but those who are Indians.
Yeah, we got the gist of what you were saying. There's a bit of a choppy video, but you'll come back.
I love the way he's walking around. How good were we? How good were we?
This is exactly what President Ravichandran Ashwin and the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi would have wanted. You said Jai Shri Ram. Nobody could have given him a better birthday present. There you go. The Indian Prime Minister and the Indian best spinner of all time, both delighted as the Indian performance unfolds in Colombo. Look at that. Everybody's stunned as to what is happening.
Everybody is looking at the screen. They're stunned.
Looking like as if they are going to put out a good fight before this match. So they expected a lot of, expectations were high. Home crowd, Sunday. We were expecting a good match. Although it rained, but the match started soon after. So all the stage was set actually for a proper final, but I'm sorry to say this one, it was not a proper final.
Yeah, but I still remember the feeling I had when we were 54 all out against Sri Lanka. And things like this happen on a cricket field. Today is a day when now for Sri Lanka, they're also not a finished team. I mean, there was a team with the Jayavardhanes and the Sangakaras and everybody. We know it's not that team. It's very much in a rebuilding phase. They don't have the same bench strength we have. So obviously, but today is the day they were completely blown away. We were following the test. We know what it's like. And I think that I've been at the back end of such easy occasion. And nothing more. We know it's over. We know it's 24/7, and you're looking down the barrel. But that's what makes this intriguing. That you never know what's going on.
Shubham,
But they've done well in this tournament.
yes, we will come back to Srilanka again, but Shubham, take it. I mean, it looks good that your internet is back. We can see people. Give us a sense. What is
Yes.
happening?
It is crazy. It is crazy right now. Right now, they are watching the post-match presentation, and everyone is hooked. I'll just show you what is happening just behind, just in front of the big screen. You can see everyone is hooked. Everyone is hooked to their screens, and I guess the celebrations will start. It is the team hotel. The Taj Samudra where the Indian team is staying is right behind me. So I guess everyone will wait for the likes of Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma to come here. Indian fan, Sri Lankan fan. How do you assess this defeat? What happened today? English, possible. Uh-huh. Only Sinhalese. Okay. So there's a bit of a language issue. People are speaking in Sinhalese, but yes, naturally, what I can sense is they are disappointed. And once the team arrives just here at the Taj Samudra, the celebrations will begin. The celebrations will begin, and I guess it will be grand celebrations because such victory don't come every day.
Yeah, and what is interesting is it has not rained. Clearly behind you it's looking like nice, and the lights are coming in, the lovely visuals, people there, the hotel there. So you guys also need to party with Devashish, but ask him Joydeep's question about why he wanted India. Ask him that question. Joydeep will keep asking that question against Pakistan till he answers that. So, on a more serious note, before I go back to Shubham again, both you and Joydeep, will this impact the World Cup? Will this give any extra confidence or no? This is an Asia Cup, done and dusted, move on.
I think it's more of the second. There are lots of positives that Indians from the South. Their batters got some runs, bowlers who were coming wickets, bowlers who were rested. So almost everybody contributed. I mean, everybody that zone. But World Cup is going to be a separate tournament completely. We should not coach these two. I mean, there is no because in Cup they will do well at the World Cup.
I agree with you, Archer. And I also feel that one game, they will realize that everything worked for them, against Sri Lanka. It's happened in a jiffy. What they'll take a lot of heart out of is the way they played this tournament.
Yeah.
There is 72 for 4 against Pakistan, and the two middle order batters, one back. Hardik has had a good tournament, Bumrah has had a good tournament, Rohit and Virat has done well. Runs. Look, I've named 7, 8 people out of 11 who've done well. That is what they'll take a heart of going to the World Cup.
Okay. And after both think a lot of positives coming out of it, but in the sense you are getting
I think there's only positive if you have to take it. There's only positive, and this will be a huge confidence booster for the Indian team. The way they performed, be it a Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj's opening spell, Kuldeep Yadav's overall performance in the entire tournament, he carried that spin bowling department. Ravindra Jadeja with the ball was exceptional in this tournament. Hardik Pandya emerging as a responsible all-rounder is a big positive. So overall, I think and KL Rahul's return. Of course, there's a bit of a minus if you say Shreyas Iyyar's fitness, Akshar Patel getting injured at the last moment. But I guess that those are not too big of a concern. And I guess by the time World Cup comes, before that we have an Australia 3-match ODI series. That will be a testing water for such players, be it a Shreyas Iyyar, be it a Akshar Patel. to again stamp their authority. So I think there are plenty of positives, and as you rightly asked, it will be a huge motivational booster for the Indian team, that if they can go to another country and put up a dominating show like this, apart from that Bangladesh match, then I think at their home they will be outright favorites to go and win this World Cup.
Clearly it's a positive, Atru. I mean, a huge kind of box tick for India. Ultimately, they're delivering in a final. I mean, that jinx is also a bit of something that has bothered us for a long time. We don't win finals. We won a final and we beat Pakistan. We beat Bangladesh. So, we take an Asian giants out. So, this should give Rohit Sharma a big boost ahead of the world.
It will, because you see, as in the first match against Pakistan, they lost 4 for not too many. Then scored 270 plus. In the next match against Pakistan, they scored 360 for 2. So their top order has fired, their middle order has fired. And in the match against Sri Lanka that they won, that was a low-scoring match, and the batting was never easy. I mean, batting was never completely easy that match. Ground their way up to 13 or 213 or 14, and then won that match. So what will please Rohit more here is they have won in different situations. Batting first, batting second,
Low total.
low total, high total, they have ticked all the boxes. And because they have set of rain, and a number of India's matches were very rain affected. I mean, if got washed out, they were affected. So there was no take home from these rain total matches. What should please India is they have taken out more of what they could have.
Yeah, I agree. I think for India, they will realize that this test that's coming up now against Australia is probably a sterner test because they bat deep, they bat strong, the bowling, the fielding will be at a different level. Pakistan were a little disappointing. Bangladesh, like we said, we didn't play the full team. Sri Lanka were not up to the mark today, but you won't find this Australian team off color. The real test. This is a great confidence-wise, but the real skills test is becoming.
One case, I mean, you've been in Sri Lanka for 20 days, the 30th of August today, the 17th of. How have you seen the body language of this Indian team? Have you seen getting more and more confident? Rohit Sharma, the rest of the boys, when you've seen them, give me a sense. Because all of us need to know, with Australia, that's the World Cup. So you don't have too much time. Give me a sense of what you've seen on the ground.
Boria, before this particular Asia Cup, Rohit, the captain, did not get his full team. There was chopping and changing constantly. He was trying to get a hang of. There were plenty of injuries. They had lost KL Rahul. There was no Shreyas Iyer. There was no Jasprit Bumrah. And Hardik Pandya was more or less focusing before the T20 World Cup. This is that he was focusing more on that T20 format. Everyone was. So after the T20 World Cup, Rohit started to get his players. KL Rahul and Shreyas Iyer returned for this tournament, so that was a major boost. Jasprit Bumrah returned for that Ireland series. So right now, Rohit Sharma has gotten a complete team, a full team, and this team is looking like a complete package. And when you see them at training, they're very laid back. They know how to train, how much to train. 20-minute next session, 15-minute next session, a bit of a catching drill. That is what is happening because firstly, Sri Lanka was very hot. Despite the rain, threats here and there, Sri Lanka was hot, especially the Colombo area. So they did not train regularly. They knew how much to train, when to train. Before big matches, they trained. And right now, this team is looking like a complete department. Even if Akshar Patel gets ruled out due to injury, which is unlikely to happen, you have a very reliable off spinner in Washington Sundar, a very reliable all rounder who can bat anywhere in that middle order. So this team is now Rohit Sharma has completed his ammunition. He has full throttle gun available to him. Now it is up to him how the players fired today. It was a fiery performance. And now when the World Cup arrives at home, they will have that extra added pressure on them to get things going. Different venues, different teams, better prepared teams. So yeah.
Back to Joyinda and Atro. Shubhan says it's a complete team now, Joyinda. Agree with you?
Yeah, it's a complete team, but I still feel that it is not one of the strongest teams that is coming to the World Cup. Okay, I'll start from the beginning. We have somebody like a Shubh done well, but it's his first World Cup, so he will be tested. Ishan, first World Cup. KL Rahul coming back after injury. So, if you look at the 2011 team, that was more of these players, more complete. Everybody played 150, 200 one days. Yeah, you feel 40, 60 one day. So I don't think they have played as much of cricket around all these teams as that team. Not for one saying that we have no chance of winning the World Cup. What I'm saying is that these players have to play the way we play the Asia Cup. If we play the World Cup like this, we'll be up there.
See, I think Asia Cup, the teams that are challenging, I mean, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh, you do not consider at this moment as your real tough opponents in the World Cup. They're really tough contenders. So, like, there is that a number of areas where people were coming off injuries or were coming back from a period of rest or something like that. So those people coming up and coming back and performing, that is the biggest positive that India will take. As far as combination goes, I would agree with Shubhan to the extent that yes, Akshar Patel got injured, he got almost like for him. Otherwise, I don't think combination-wise there much to.
As I mean, you mentioned Sundar, yeah, I would have gone Ashwin. Because Ashwin is probably a better batter also as maybe Washington Sundar will ultimately become a better batter and have 8 test matches. But right now, Ashwin bowler is for me, a bowler has to get batters out. It's not about containing. T20 containing. I have seen Washington Sundar in Devon Trophy 50 over game in Pondicherry get carted. He's doing 7 runs and over. And we are playing zonal cricket. Over here, you're playing international. So I would have wanted Ashwin who can get good batters out. I think the better bowler has to play. Ashwin is the better bowler. Batting, Ashwin is the betting batter. Yes, he's a better fielder, but for me, we've got enough good fielders. I will always take the better bowler in my team.
Okay, Shubhan, the light behind that outstanding. Now tell me your 5 points. Look there in Lanka. You've seen a fabulous Indian effort winning the Asia Cup once again. About 51 is an auspicious number, and this you give its payback time 1989 or whatever, 54 all out India, some 20 years back. Sanat Jayasuriya and Mitra Muralidharan in Sharjah, and now India is payback time, right? So tell me 5 things that you want to tell us, your 5 positives from this Asia Cup.
I think the return of KL Rahul has to be the biggest one because he brings that maturity and that experience into that middle order, and of course his experience behind the stumps as well. KL Rahul will be number one for me without a shadow of doubt. The way Mohammad Siraj has taken Mohammad Shami's position in that unit, it is not an easy task. Mohammad Shami has been one of the standout bowlers for India over the last decade, and to come in and take his spot straight away and perform like this has to be one of the biggest positives. Ishan Kishan, I would say, okay, left-handed, the way he batted against Pakistan in the absence of Shreyas Iyer, he lived up to the responsibility. Of course, the last couple of matches didn't go his way, but yes, Ishan Kishan getting that confidence. Even today, he played some good shots as an opener. So Ishan Kishan brings a lot of flexibility into that team. I will take it as a positive. Kuldeep Yadav, number 4. Right now, if you have to take it by form, by far the best spinner in the world. He has picked up some 33 wickets this year in ODI cricket at an average of 21 or 23. That is outrageous. Kuldeep Yadav's resurgence, that comeback arc has to be one of the most motivational thing to have happened to a cricketer in recent times. And number 4, the way Shubman Gill, the way the top 3, Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, and Virat Kohli has batted in this series, we will take it. We will take it. India will take it definitely. And that experience, that the mix of experience and youth. Shubman Gill brings that youth, brings that fearlessness, brings that player, and Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli brings that experience and class in them. So these were my top 5 biggest positives from this Asia Cup.
So Joydeep, the points that he is making, based on that, am I right in saying Mohammad Siraj is India's number 2 bowler now, ahead of Mohammad Shami, at least in white ball cricket?
Yeah, and if you take all the 3 bowlers in India, is the bowler for sure. And Mohammad Shami will be very happy because I know Mohammad Shami has got very close to Mohammad Shami. And today his resurgence, Mohammad Shami has a lot of contribution to where Mohammad Siraj is today. This unit, they're very, very close with this fast bowling. Umesh, Innate, Ishant, till very recently was part of this group. You know, the fast bowlers stick together. They're a group of their own and they help each other out. You know, I think he is the number 2 bowler. And as far as my 5 points, I think we'll come to that. First thing has been the fact that as a group we played so well. You know, as a team, we fired in all cylinders. Yes, you know, Kuldeep has been phenomenal. KL has been phenomenal. Rohit and Virat getting runs. Shubman in the form he is. You know, but for me, the best part was that when the chips were down, somebody always put their hand up and got runs. 72 over 4 against Pakistan. We saw 2 young batters come and get runs. When we got 230 odd against Sri Lanka, somebody bailed us out over there. The bowlers won us the game. So the batters have won us game, the bowlers have won us games, and our fielding has been superb in the whole tournament.
Swapnil, can we have some fan visuals please on screen so that we can see the celebrations, the stuff that Shubhan, Devashish and Bharat have filed. We've already filed our match report on our website and our social media handles. You want to go and read some quality writing, try it out. We put out some fan visuals from the fan zone in Colombo. The celebrations have just started. Here in the studio, we will take concluding comments from Aktreyo and Joydipda over the next few minutes. Aktreyo, is the number 4 problem solved? That's one problem that's still out there.
I would say the number 4 problem is not solved yet. I mean, we have had a batter batting at number 4 and scored 7 runs, scored a century actually. I would still say no because Rahul is still your number 5 batsman. I mean, if you strictly go at that, I mean, how much you prefer number 5? For number 4, you had kept that slot for Shreyas Iyer. And Iyer again, I mean, because of injury, not getting the time to play himself back.
Okay, so there you go, Sri Lankan fan, disappointed Sri Lankan fan on screen. What do you
I think we good. Yeah, no problem. Very sad today. No problem. Win Indian Sri Lanka relation. No problem.
What was the reason for such a huge defeat?
Sorry.
Reason for the defeat?
Yeah. Anyway, no. I think we good bowling Indian. Sri Lanka batting no, so no problem. Don't worry. We are happy. Okay.
So there you go. Devashish said, reporting from outside the Premadasa, speaking to that Sri Lankan fan. Same question. Number 4, have we sorted it, or still there's sort of something to be done there?
No, I think we are sorted for the simple reason that yes, Shreyas Iyer would have been the ideal choice, but KL Rahul playing 4, Ishan Kishan playing 5. He's a gun fielder, Ishan Kishan, if KL Rahul keeps wickets. Shreyas Iyer would have been the ideal guy, but it is what it is. You know, in the 2011 World Cup, I keep going back to that because that's a successful team we have. There are a couple of players who had a very quiet tournament. And in spite of that, we won the World Cup. Some big players had a very quiet tournament. So it's not that number 4 and number 3 and number 5, number 6, everybody has to fire. I agree with Akshay that ideally it would have been Shreyas Iyer at 4 and give him 3-4 games. He gets runs, gets into the mix. But you can't control such things. You just can't. And you're going to do in batting 5, especially the way he batted against Pakistan. You know, I was a little skeptical because he's never batted in the middle order. He opens for Jharkhand, he opens for Mumbai Indians, he opens everywhere. Does Ishan Kishan. So for him to bat at number 5 with the maturity that he did, I was pleasantly surprised. That is the day I got a little bit of heart saying that okay, number 4 is not a problem. Because if KL does bat number 4, Ishan can fill in number 5.
Okay, so there you go. We're one of India's fans, well-known YouTubers. Flying Beast joined us in our coverage in Colombo in front of the Premadasa Stadium. Here's his celebrations. Take a listen as to what the Flying Beast has to say.
था जोर का टक्कर होने का उम्मीद था मगर इट वाज ऑल वन वे ट्रैफिक
ये बहुत ज़्यादा आसानी से जीत गए। थोड़ा मज़ा आना चाहिए कि हाँ आखिरी के 4 ओवर में 50 रन चाहिए, फिर कोहली मारेगा, अरे अब क्या होगा। एक्साइटमेंट थोड़ा कम हो गया, बट विन है। अच्छी बात यह है कि टीम स्ट्रॉन्ग है और वर्ल्ड कप की तैयारी अपनी स्ट्रॉन्ग है।
और खास करके जो बॉलिंग परफॉर्मेंसेस मोहम्मद सिराज लाजवाब।
माय होटल इज 5 मिनट्स इंडिया ये माय होटल इज 5 मिनट्स फ्रॉम द स्टेडियम। मैच स्टार्ट हुआ, मैं ग्राउंड पे आया, 12 रन पे 5 विकेट। यस
तो ऑब्वियसली व्हाट आर द बिगेस्ट पॉजिटिव ऑफ दिस फाइनल?
यार बिग
5 मिनट में मैच खत्म। शुभान चक्रवर्ती स्टैंडिंग बाय। गौरव has missed out again. शुभान Joydipda.
Siraj is taking 6, Taneja is taking 5. 5 wickets. Well done, Taneja, well bowled.
Not bad, not bad. Biryani tonight here in the studio. Trisha's giving us a great.
Of course, if I was going to China in a week's time, I'd be smiling all night.
Ah, nice. So there you go. We've got our correspondent in Belgrade for the wrestling. We've got people going to China. We've got people in Sri Lanka. That's how sport should be covered. We will cover it with all our verb and actual closing comments. Good Asia Cup ultimately. Even from the perspective of the administrators, they've wiggled them out of a situation which could have landed them in more sort of public outcry, a mess. The rain did stay away. We did get some games in.
Yeah, that was a major concern, right? I mean, I think the administrators would have taken some blame had matches been drained off. Had more matches been drained off, people would have pointed out. But luckily for everybody, that has not happened, and India has got what they could. This was not the best of opposition. We are having better preparation for the World Cup by being stronger.
We will soon.
We will. But as far I mean, we can't blame India for having. Their job was to play this match and
it's a tournament.
and win these matches.
It's a tournament.
It's tournament. They have won these matches and they have taken many matches. Not all, but take many more.
Minutes on the show, and we will leave you with celebration. Talk about the closing comments from Sri Lanka before you fire your last reporting and come back to the studio and then start your Bharat Darshan for the World Cup. So you are going to be on road. The last closing comments tonight from Colombo before your party starts.
I mean, it has been a mixed tournament. It has been a mixed tournament for all of us, for the teams, for the media. There was a lot of uncertainty due to rain in Kandy. With the first India-Pakistan match was a host of affair, which broke not only our hearts but the fans who had travelled from all over the world to watch this match. It broke their hearts as well. But finally, we got that India-Pakistan game in Colombo, and what a game that was! 220 plus run win for India. We don't see that. We don't see that daily, do we? So that was something which we will take away when we sit in our flights and think about this tournament. India, Pakistan, India hammering Pakistan, not only defeating Pakistan. Then came the Sri Lanka game. We saw the emergence of Dunit Velalage, a tremendous all-round performance. But India finally won that match as well, a challenging match which India won. So that was also a biggest positive. It was not a straightforward win. Then again came Bangladesh. It was a dead rubber, but Bangladesh did show that if you take them lightly, if you are complacent against them in the World Cup in Indian conditions, they can defeat any side in the world. So they have given a warning to all the big teams that don't take us lightly, or otherwise we can derail your World Cup campaign. But India, again, in the final, it was a complete performance. Of course, Sri Lanka were missing 4 to 5 of their key players throughout the tournament. They lost Mahesh Theekshana, their key biggest bowler in the absence of Vanindu Hasaranga. They lost him as well. But ultimately, India came out all guns blazing and won this tournament. There were some excellent seafood in Colombo. The people are so hospitable. The hospitality of this country is what I will take away. Of course, this country went through a lot in the last year, and it is good to see people coming out to the stadium, people enjoying their cricket and the passion which I have witnessed in this Sri Lankan people towards their cricket, towards their rugby. It is something which is beautiful, and I hope a lot more cricketing team visit their country and take the cricket of this country away. Okay, we have some of see, this is the biggest takeaway. He has been with us in almost every show here in Colombo. And भाई अभी फिर से आ गए हैं. कैसा लग रहा है? ऐसा फाइनल कभी देखा है? हाँ.
आज जो हुआ है ये देखे तरी एक रकम की है इंडिया ने. बहुत अच्छे इंडिया खेला. इंडिया की बॉलिंग अटैक में करता हूँ. हम पाकिस्तान को कहते थे पाकिस्तान की बॉलिंग अटैक बहुत दुनिया की नंबर 1 बॉलिंग है, पर आज प्रूव किया इंडिया ने कि वो भी एक बहुत अच्छी. और जब उनका टॉप ऑर्डर जो है वो आउट हो जाता था तो समझते थे कि हमारी पाकिस्तान जो है पाकिस्तान की बॉलिंग अटैक ये तारीफ हुआ है.
सिराज ने जो आज बॉलिंग की है
बहुत मजा आया.
ऐसा फाइनल कभी देखा है?
फाइनल देखी ओवर में खत्म हो गया यार. आज हम स्टेडियम पहुंचे नहीं, हमें ये फाइनल अभी शुरू हो रहा है. अभी को 10-15 ओवर चले.
From Colombo, back in the studio, closing comments, Joydipda and Atro. and we will leave you with some fan visuals. But before that, a very good gesture from the ACC. $50,000 is what they've given the ground staff. Much deserved. Well done, the ACC led by Jay Shah. $50,000 for the ground staff for all the humongous work that they've been able to put in. That's a good gesture from the Asian Cricket Council. What's your closing comments?
Well, I think India is in a position now which we can call somewhere in the middle of their World Cup countdown. It's not 10, it's not 2, it's somewhere in 4 or 5. I think the next 3 matches against Australia, that will give us a very clear picture of where exactly this team is headed, what kind of challenges they can take on, what kind of challenges they can throw at the opposition. So those 3 matches are let's shift focus to those 3 matches now, because those will give us an idea what we will how we will do in the World Cup.
Okay, so 22nd, 24th, we will be live from here in the studio. We will be live from China. So we will be live from every part of the world with the Asian Games and the India-Australia series. Jyoti, the closing comments.
Let me just sum it up by saying that we are in a better place than we were before the Asia Cup started. If I had to play this Australia series, we are better prepared now than we were before the Asia Cup. And for me, that is the biggest plus. Yes, we won the Asia Cup, but the way we played, the way our players have performed, we are a better prepared team to take on Australia. That's the biggest take for me.
Okay, so we are better prepared. Some questions still left, as Akshay says. We will possibly seek these answers come the 22nd and the 24th against Australia, which is a quality side. We know what's going on between Australia and South Africa. That's the end of this particular coverage. Keep watching Red Sports, keep following our handles, because plenty of fan videos and reactions and all of that coming in from Sri Lanka. Shubhan and Devashish will keep filing. Bharat will keep writing. There will be a lot of other pieces on our website. And as I said, if you're a follower of other sport, Asian Games, we will have lots of coverage coming from football, from wrestling, from baddy, from all of the other sports on the platform over the next 10, 12, 24 hours. So that's about it. Our post-match show, the Asia Cup done and dusted. But here, it's not the end, it's just the beginning. Because the World Cup is around the corner. The Australia series is around the corner. So if you're a cricket fan, you go home tonight, you have your biryani with the thought, as Jaydeep said, we are better prepared. And as Akshay said, we are perhaps 5 out of 10. So we're getting there. Smell your biryani, taste your coffee, don't have your wine yet. That's the closing thing as far as we are concerned here on Red Sports. India, on course, under Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid. A day that Mohammad Siraj will never forget. Thank you very, very much for watching.